Hello and welcome back to Food and Life. As you can already tell, we're doing our August bullet journal setup spread where we're heavily inspired by our favorite Sanrio characters. The first character drawn for my cover page is one of my favorites, which is Cinema Roll. I was inspired by an image that I saw on Pinterest with the characters all looking out of a window. I've also seen other bullet journalers as well, like Amanda Rachel Lee, do a similar layout and spread, so I was very inspired and I wanted to do one of my own. The next character that I'm drawing is, of course, an iconic one, which is Hello Kitty, and she's looking out of a circular window. Let me know in the comments below which one is your favorite Sanrio character. Did you know that there's over 450 Sanrio characters out there? I didn't know, and I am really shocked by it. I didn't realize there was so many. The next character that I'm drawing is from the Little Twin Stars, and this one is Lala. She's got beautiful pink hair and I made her hold a heart. I'm using some Tombow brush pens to color everything in, but I did use a light pink pencil to color in her dress just because it looked a bit bare, but it didn't even end up showing that well anyways. It just looks like I didn't really color anything in. And of course, I had to draw her brother Kiki. I know they're usually in a pair, they come together, but I couldn't fit them both in the little squares without them looking so tiny and smooshed. I did make a mistake here, so one side of his head is flatter than the other, and so I colored outside of the line to make it not that obvious. Yeah, I don't know what happened. The next little guy is, I think he's a penguin and I always butcher his name, but I think it's Badmaru. He's one of my new favorite characters only because he just looks grumpy and done with life, and something about that charm I love. Kind of reminds me of like Squidward from SpongeBob. The next character is Keroppi. I think Keroppi is one of the more easier characters to draw. I really enjoyed it. It's essentially 3 circles and like 5 lines. And Keroppi's looking out of this really cute heart window. I tried to make all of the characters either hold a heart or have some sort of heart element to tie everything together. With My Melody, I made her little, I think it's a clip or a bow, the center of it heart-shaped. Yeah, really, really cute. I feel like My Melody would be a girly girl. She's one for the girlies. If she was a real life person, she'll be the one who'll go shopping with you. She's down for brunch. She'll always take those candid photos of you. Yeah, she gives me those vibes and I live for it. Next up is Tuxedo Sam. Wikipedia says that it's a plump blue penguin character drawn wearing a bow tie and a sailor hat. And he was born on May 12th in Antarctica. To be honest, I wasn't really aware of Tuxedo Sam until I did my research for this cover page. And this character, it was so cute, so I had to include it. The next character is the 3rd most popular character out of the whole list, and that's Kuromi. I love Kuromi. I think that if it's a real life character, it would be so cheeky and devilish, but really fun to be around. I thought Kuromi would be on the harder side to draw because it looks so intricate with a lot of details, but it wasn't too bad. It was actually a lot easier and more simpler than I thought it would be. But the easiest character to draw is still Keroppi, and maybe Gudetama. The next character is Pachako, who ranked 2nd place. It's also another really cute character. It's like a white dog with black ears, and he wears this shirt or hoodie, which is really cute. I love it when animals wear human clothes, and I drew him like he got hit by the heart and he's shocked and falling back on a nice sunny day with the blue sky and the sun shining. Next is Pom Pom Puddin'. He's actually a golden retriever dog character. I didn't know that. And Wikipedia says that he loves eating food, which explains why he's one of the chubbiest Sanrio characters. I don't think he's chubby, I think he's absolutely adorable and I just want to squish him. And finally, the last character here is Gudetama. The name literally translates to lazy egg. I think if I was to be reborn into a Sanrio character, Gudetama is it. It is my spirit Sanrio animal. And now the finishing touch is writing August on the bottom. I did a bubble writing font to kind of match the Sanrio font. I thought Gudetama looked a little bare, so I coloured his background in a darker shade of yellow-orange. And that's it for the cover page. Now we're moving on to the quote page. I think of the Sanrio characters and the whole brand as something really fun, cute, celebratory. So I drew a border with different icons like stars, hearts, bows, music notes, things that are fun and cute and quirky. I made the border the same size as the characters I drew on the cover page, and I saw this quote online. It had Hello Kitty pictures all around it, so I'm not sure if it's a Hello Kitty quote, but it says it's okay to try again tomorrow. And you know, it's not wrong. Hello Kitty seems like a very smart lady, very wise, and I don't blame her for saying this. I wanted to add some colour around this, so I added a pink border around the words and coloured some of the doodles in different colours that I used on the previous page. And that's it, my quote and cover page for August. Now we're moving on to the monthly spread. I normally draw the straight line, pointy boxes for my calendar, but this month I did rounded edges just because I feel like the overall theme is quite bouncy, it's round, it's like very bubbly, and these don't have pointy corners. I also did everything in a navy blue fine tip pen because I wanted to spice things up a little bit from my usual black, and I feel like black might have been a bit too harsh for this theme, but also it doesn't matter too much if you're feeling inspired and want to do this theme for yourself. Each box is 7 by 7 except for Thursday, which is 6 by 7, and that's because I didn't want Thursday to be split by the 2 pages again. So I made it smaller, but I don't normally fill up my Thursdays anyway, so I'm okay with it being on the smaller side. I only had a little bit of room on the left hand side for drawings, so I didn't want to do anything too intricate or detailed because it was so small. So I drew each character in a 5 by 5 box, and it was just the main characteristics of those characters plus their facial features. This was really simple and really cute to draw, really great for beginners as well. I like how you can just use color and the main features of each character, and you can already tell who's who. Like this one, I've got a bow and I've colored it in pink with the whiskers, and you can tell it's Hello Kitty. I think this would have been really great as a Dutch door, and that's where you cut the page of the other side, so when you flip it over you can still see this strip of images for the next page, and I didn't think of that at the time. Pom Pom Pudding was also really fun to draw because he just had the hat and he was yellow. And Gudetama's really just the face and the look of exhaustion and a more pastel yellow colour. I wrote the days of the week in the top with the same bubbly fonts on the cover page. I had a bit of space on the top, so I wrote August there as well and did a pink border around that font to make it pop. I realised after I forgot to put the numbers in, but I did do it after filming. Next is my habit tracker. I have just the usual 6 for this month. Again, using the same font, I wrote the title on the top. And for the calendar, I did the same bubbly rounded corner squares. I'm not too sure why I call this bubbly. I think it's because they remind me of the square-shaped bubbles, or I feel bubbly when I see them because they're not the traditional pointy squares. I separated the top of the squares so that it's a 2x7 size, and that's where I'll put the heading of each habit. I also shaded in the days or the dates that don't exist for August this year. I really like this crossed out look. I'm surprised I've never done it in my previous habit trackers before. I would usually just color them in or not draw them in. Next, I'm colouring in that top part with one of the shades that I used for the character drawings. And I forgot to film, but I did write my habits after. I had a bit of space on the bottom, and that's where I'll just write all of my notes in. Probably just any social media ideas that I have randomly. I did them in this scalloped detail, and I added a border of pink and yellow after. Yeah, just something really simple, so I use the space. You could do a drawing of one of your favorite characters instead. I think that would have been really cute as well, especially because the top part is quite text and I guess diagram heavy with the trackers. Next is my mood tracker. I think this is my favorite mood tracker that I've done in my whole bullet journaling life. I absolutely love it. And I basically drew Cinnamoroll, who's lying down on a nice meadow full of flowers with hills and trees in the background. And each flower is a day of this month, which will represent my mood. I tried to make Cinnamoroll look really floppy, like she's relaxed and happy and essentially sunbathing, enjoying the sun and the nice weather. I think I got that look of peace and contentment on her face. Let me know. I didn't really need to draw all the flowers in pencil first. I realized it was doubling up on everything, but I just wanted to make sure that I had enough room and my flowers were the right size for every single day of this month. But my wrist was killing after this. I colored in the bushes in the shade of green just to add that extra pop of color and to separate the different hills. I also traced the words with a blue marker this time, just so that it pops and doesn't blend in with the sky. I'm sticking to the same color palette with these pastel colors as my moods. Next is the final page of my spread, and I'm using this washi tape just to create an outline border situation. I think this washi tape's colors and designs goes perfectly with this theme. I really like keeping my page dump spreads quite simple, just so I do have the room and the flexibility to stick anything that I want or draw things in later on without the guilt of sticking things on top of pre-existing drawings. I wrote org dump. It sounds funny now that I'm saying it, but I wrote that in bubble writing and did the usual pink border highlight. I then cut it out and I used this glue tape to stick it on the top where the washi tape is. And there you have it, the complete August bullet journal Sanrio themed spread. If you like this video, please give us a like and subscribe for more monthly spreads. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a lovely day and an amazing organized August. Bye!